Am I the asshole? For not putting my Mill's maiden name in my child's name. Update: my fiancé and I have talked, and we have agreed to give the baby his last name, as I will be marrying him and taking the last name anyway. Boundaries will be heavily set with Mill, and appointments will be kept private between the two of us. I thank all of you who have validated my feelings and who have given advice, as this all has helped make us realize, and make him realize, that this is a creepy power control thing on her end. We only want the best for baby, and we need to lay the law now, or it will never happen. Update 2. Miso has talked to his mother and made it clear to her that the name will be what we wanted, not what she wants. She has seemed to let go of the subject as of right now, but is still a bit upset about it. She hasn't answered his most recent text message regarding his reasoning, so it's unsure how much of it she has let go or come to terms with. As for the 20-week ultrasound, I'm having my OB-GYN write a statement saying that only me and the father of the baby are welcome into the appointment at the time to avoid immediate conflict. After that, steps will be in place to avoid letting anyone in any of my appointments aside from myself. Thank you again for all your advice. Not the asshole. Why would you give your child a different last name than you have? His mother had the choice with your partner, and she gave him his father's last name. It's not your job to fix that decision which she regrets. And by the way, I wouldn't give in for no other reason than if you bend on this, you'll be setting a precedent and will never be able to make any decisions for your own child going forward without a war. Setting a boundary now will be a lot less painful, but you and your partner need to get on the same page. Not the asshole. Here are some prompts for you to say. 1. Only choices are your last name or mine. If you don't make the choice, I will choose. It will never be Mill's last name. 2. Your mom is stressing me out. She is banned from all doctors' apps and from the delivery room. You will be blocked too if you don't make it clear to her. 3. If you don't start to set better boundaries with your mom, I think we need to reevaluate our relationship and what it looks like going forward. Therapy may be helpful, but you can't change someone, they have to want to change. Good luck, Op. Not the asshole. You need to put your foot down and set some firm boundaries that you and your fiancé agree to together. Then he has to enforce them because she's his mother, not yours. Otherwise, this is only the beginning of your Mill meddling in your lives. Ultimately, this is a relationship problem between you and your fiancé that you have to work through, perhaps through premarital counseling, not between you and your Mill. Not the asshole. I feel like I'd tell her directly to her face, this is a weird request. Like, strangely, incredibly weird. One that we will not be giving into. Don't ask about this again. Also, your fiancé needs to grow a backbone and stand up to his mother and tell her that she doesn't get to make the decision on this, and that your kid will have your last name, not some random last name that the child will have no connection to, where everyone will constantly ask why the kid's last name is different from the parents'. Not the asshole. A child having their paternal grandmother's maiden name is completely nuts. Historically, there are matrilineal societies, but these operate on the baby taking the mother's name. The father's side has nothing to do with it. I'd fight fire with fire. Your mother actually makes a really good point. I'm carrying this baby for 9 months. I really think he should have my maiden name. Not the asshole. Tell hubby it's his last name, or it's your last name. Your needy mother doesn't have any say. You won't sign any birth certificate with her name on it. Tell her if it's going to be a matriarchal thing, the baby will have your mother's last name. You may have unwittingly taught her that her tactics work. It will be harder to undo. Be very clear, be on the same page, and use timeouts, and do not ever give in again. Best wishes for your new shiny spines. Not the asshole. Does your OB-GYN give you all the paperwork, including name, to fill out ahead of time? Mine did, and then you mail it in, and come delivery time, the paperwork is already filled out, and it's more just confirming your choice. Might be easier to get it all taken care of ahead of time. Most definitely not the asshole. My boyfriend and I have a saying: only the people that were in the room when our son was made can make a decision about his life. That also included who was in the delivery room. It was just him and I. No one else. Stand your ground. This is your child, not hers. Good luck. Not the asshole. This is a weird power play on your Mill's part. Not the asshole. If you try to please your mother, you will absolutely displease me. I'm the child's mother. Is that really what you want to do? Do you really think it's a good idea? Oedipus vibes. She wants to be the named mother of her son's babies. Creepy. Calm. Wait till you see how she railroads herself into the delivery room and snatches the baby from your hands so she can be first to hold it. And how her husband lets it all happen. Ick. F all that noise. Not the asshole. She needs to back off. It's your decision, and she has lost it. Mill doesn't get a say in what you name your child, or if you find out the gender, or frankly anything to do with your child. Set the boundaries firmly in place now. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. What an absolutely absurd thing of her to insist on. Where do Mills find the audacity? Demanded? Don't marry this guy. He's not ready. Not the asshole. Mill is completely batshit. Never mind, she is completely overstepping her bounds to even ask, but she isn't thinking of your situation. Can you imagine having a child at school, explaining that his last name is not his mother's or father's, but his grandmother's? Think of the implications. That's 8 years of incest jokes. Is your Mill unaware of the global tradition regarding last names? If it were me, I would buy a bulldog and give it Mill's last name. It's an old tradition for the firstborn child to have their mother's maiden name as part of their name, but that does not extend to their grandmother. If she wants to name a baby so badly, she can have one. This one's already got parents. Not the asshole. I don't understand how y'all people even entertain this, tolerate it. Even if your fiancé gives in, that doesn't mean you have to actually do it. Theo. Prove it's 2024. All you have to do is say, lol, I'm the mom and I'm not doing that. Conversation over. Problem solved. Conversation dead. What the heck? Is she living as Delu Town? Absolutely not. She's off her rocker. The entitlement is mind-blowing. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. If your Mill raised your husband without the father present, then she had a long time to make that change and didn't do it.